Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you feel cute?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, welcome back to the Reading Moons podcast. I am Holly, and today we are without Jordan because she is out of town. But we are joined by my very special guest, GareIndeedReads on Instagram. This is Gare. Everyone say hi.
Hello, hello, everybody. I'm
And
so
Gare's here to
excited to
talk
be
about
talking with my girl Holly about politics.
we have no format for today.
No.
It literally is this is going to sound like what our Instagram DMs sound like
Yeah. You're gonna sound
on
like you're
a
eavesdropping on two little lunatics.
yeah, pretty much. We'll try to keep the snark out of it, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll find
Okay.
out.
We'll try.
Okay. So we're gonna start with an actual question though.
Okay.
Gare,
hmm
as a queer man, tell me about your opinions and your love and what MM romance means to you.
Well, I am a late bloomer when it comes to reading romance because I was always a thriller girly. So basically, um, I actually got an arc of the book The Charm Offensive by Alison Cochrane,
Okay.
and it was a queer rom-com sort of about reality television and like the bachelor falling for one of the
Oh
people that work
yeah.
in like the production.
Yeah.
And they pitched it to me and I was like, you know what, I'll check this out. Like I have always been the person that thinks that like we need more queer stories, right? Like I'm not going to age myself, but there weren't a lot of them when I was growing up. So like
Right.
when I was reading like Goosebumps and then I like transitioned into like YA books, there weren't a lot. Even as an adult, there weren't a lot of queer stories. And it was just kind of like one of those things that was like disheartening, but like also kind of sucked because I think the thing is you never know how to navigate your queer experience or coming to terms with your identity. And I think that it's important to have stories out there for people that don't know how to navigate that, that maybe aren't ready to tell somebody that they know or aren't able to like voice how they're feeling. So I think it's important to have those stories out there so that you know that you're not alone. You know that whatever you're experiencing isn't the right or wrong way to experience your identity and come to terms with it.
That was so heartfelt. I
Oh,
love that.
yeah.
So what did you think of the Charm Offensive? Like as your first was that your first
Yeah. It was
MM
pretty much my
romance
first
book?
like romance. So I had read I also want to say too, like for empathy reasons, like that's why I think that romance and queer romance are still like very important to this day because I think that if you read stories about queer love and queer relationships, it helps eliminate a lot of like stereotypes, right?
Right.
And like makes people more empathetic because like there are a lot of people that think that they know what the queer experience is, or like not every queer person is the same. Not everyone is into like the stereotypes, you know. Growing up, like every gay character I saw in like media was like loved fashion, went out dancing and clubbing all the time, like was like kind of like the comedy relief,
Yeah.
you know, and it was like they were always very stereotypical. And
Okay.
I think that's why like now I'm like especially with like heated rivalry, right? Like I'm like you have queer hockey players on television. And I think that it's like important to tell those stories because there are a lot of people out there that want to take human rights away from a lot of people, like especially in the queer community, and proving to them that like we just want human rights like everyone else. We don't need anything special is like very important. So that's my little spiel on
Uh,
that.
would 13-year-old Gare have been a heated rivalry girly or no?
probably the show. I don't think that I would have at 13 respected enough with what was happening in the books because
Fair.
like Rachel Reed takes you on an odyssey with that series. So like, but then again, I don't know because I didn't get to experience like a lot of queer stories when I was 13.
So like
Um,
maybe.
so maybe he would have liked it. He definitely would have learned a lot about sex. But like I will never forget this. We had a bookstore in our mall and
Okay.
I was always like an avid reader and there was a book called A Density of Souls by Christopher Rice, who is Anne Rice's son.
Who is
And
the sweetest human, by the way, if
sweetest
he's watching
human.
this.
I love him so much. I randomly picked up this book and I was like, I really want to read this. And it was like an adult book. Like I was like 13 or 14. And I was like, I'm going to read it. And it's the main character's queer. And it
Yeah.
was not a stereotypical queer character. And it was not a stereotypical queer story. And to this day, it's one of my favorite books that I like reread often.
So you had that one piece to like hold on to.
I had that one thing to hold. Well, he wrote other books too, and a lot of
Okay.
his books always had queer characters or like a queer storyline, but they were more like thriller oriented
Okay.
than like
Ah,
heavy on the romance. So, and I think that's kind of like what turned me into the like reader that I am today with like enjoying thrillers, but like also wanting to see more queer characters within that space.
in that. And the
Yeah.
pipeline from thriller to queer
Yeah.
romance.
Alison
It worked.
Cochrane really got me. I loved the book. I was like, this is so good. And it was such a good palate cleanser from reading about like murder 24/7.
Okay, fair.
So I was like, okay, this is a nice little palate cleanser. And then I believe I was on like TikTok maybe, or I'm not even sure what it was, but I found the series of that was Cruel and Careless by Bailey Nicole.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I
love
started reading
those.
those and I really liked them, but they weren't my type of guys. Like they were like skateboarders and like, like I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like I'm really enjoying this, but these aren't like the typical guys that like I'm attracted to. So it was like hard for me to like envision it, I guess.
Okay.
But I liked that it was very character driven and I liked that there was like drama in it. There were like things that they were facing separately as well as like this couple.
Together.
And I was like, that's realistic to me. Like, not every love story is like we meet eyes in the airport or at a coffee shop and like instantly fall in love. And that's the end of our story. So
No, they
even though
go
they
through
weren't,
some shit.
they do.
They
And
go through
that's
some
my kind of
shit.
book. Like, that's my kind of book. Like, I think realistically, like, it is a needle in a haystack. You found your unicorn. If you lock eyes with somebody and it's like insta love and there's no drama. There's nothing for you to fight for that relationship. So like
Yeah.
to me like those stories are more realistic and more enjoyable because I feel like I've had relationships that were like a little toxic
That's true.
and I've had like relationships that weren't. And I felt like the ones that had a little bit toxicity, had a little bit of drama, like that I had to like that we both had to like fight for to like stay in. Those were the ones that had more of an impact on me
Yeah.
to like have somebody that I want to fight for or that I have to like overcome something to be with and to also have that person want to overcome things and fight to be with me.
Okay. So you not being a rom-com girly, because for
No.
backstory for everyone, when I give Gare a book, I'm like, hey, you should read this. The parameters are not rom-coms.
No.
um, but your love of like a little bit of tragedy
Yeah.
makes so much more sense now.
Yeah. I I think that's life. Like there's always going to be a little bit of drama. There's always going to be a little bit of tragedy. There's always going to be like relationships are work for a reason. You don't just like meet somebody and have something that you don't have to overcome to be with them. And it can be as simple as like changing your lifestyle or trying to fit in somebody else that's a huge part of your life into like a life that you already have, whether it's
Yeah,
like your hobbies, your friends, your family, your dog.
I'm her.
So like, sometimes you have to work for those things. And I think that that's like some of like the most iconic queer stories are ones that like didn't necessarily always have a happy ending, but they had a long, like lasting impact.
No, that I agree
Yeah.
wholeheartedly. I
Like
need something a bite.
Call Me by Your Name does not have a happy ending, but that is like one of the most like beautiful queer love stories in the entire
It's
world.
stunning. Song of Achilles,
I haven't read that
stunning.
yet.
Axios, which I still need you to read. I'm
I
pretty
know.
sure I purchased it for you.
I'm so intimidated by it. And like, I don't know. Like going back to like Roman times, I'm like, how do I fit myself in with these characters?
Have to self insert.
Like
You don't
you're
want to self insert in that story.
I
You don't
don't
want to.
I want to because I want to know. I know that I'm going to love it.
You
But
are.
I'm also like, you're not getting in your car and driving here and going out to dinner and like, where are they keeping their lube?
And they're probably not showering.
Yeah. And
That's
some people are into that, and I'm just not one of them.
that's not me.
Some people are
Okay.
into that.
Spinning off that. If we are self inserting, give me
Mhm.
your top five that you would want to like change places, change places with. So, like, oh my God, now I'm going to make you think of like character names. I'm so sorry. Like, if you wanted to be an iced out, would you rather be like Quentin or Oakley? Like, give me something. That's so hard. Sorry.
That is so hard. I think River
Oh, from Riven
seemed,
Rain?
yeah.
Oh, you would want to be River?
Hmm. Yeah, because Rain was a little bit more toxic,
Slay. Okay, yeah, for sure.
and I am into that.
Absolutely.
Um, Probably Bad Wrong Things. I would rather be, I
You
don't
would
know,
rather
just
be Raven.
yeah,
You would.
being with like there's something to me that's like very intoxicating and also like a little taboo about like being attracted to a man that you think you can't have and then having them be the one to chase you.
That is them
Stunning.
wholeheartedly.
Stunning.
You and
Absolutely
Clint. I could
obsessed.
see it.
Yeah.
I could see it.
And then let me see. I have
I'm looking. I have an idea of
yeah.
what you're going to say next. Okay,
Probably
you can do
Shaw.
three.
Probably Shaw from Let's Do This by Lauren Lee, which I have right here.
Oh,
Because
okay.
Burke is kind of like the like goofball.
Not
And
you.
I'm kind of like into like the like broy kind of like goofy guy who's like cracking jokes, but then like is completely different in like a romantic sense
Right. Like when the
and kind
time
of
comes, he can like
lay
pull it
down.
together.
Yeah, or that
No.
too.
Okay, you have a type. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And
Who was
then
the other one?
Hidden Scars.
I knew it was coming.
Hidden Scars. And I think that what is his name?
I was like, I don't know where my copy is. It's here somewhere.
I'm grabbing my romance card. One of two.
Your cart.
Um oh my god, what is his name?
I
Where
know
is
I
it?
can't think of names. I'm
There's
sorry.
is it Jeremy?
Maybe?
Jeremy, yes.
Okay.
And that's because
Is he the
cup
one with the trauma or without
no,
the trauma?
he's one
He's the one
without.
with
Yeah.
explain. Go.
So Preston is the one with trauma,
Trauma. Okay.
but he is so toxic and so guarded for like a reason. And that character reminded me so much of Jacob Elordi's character in Euphoria
And you
that
love
like
Jacob Elordi.
and I'm obsessed with Jacob Elordi. And I also think that I'm like one of the people that like thinks that I could fix Nate Jacobs in Euphoria.
You
So
could.
being with him and like I would rather be emotionally the person that takes care of somebody else. That is like, we can get through this together. And it's probably because I've done that role before. But
Mhm.
like, I would rather be the person that helps out someone that I love than be the person that relies on somebody that I love to help them.
Okay.
And I think that's because I'm stubborn and I'm stubborn, but I'm also not good at like opening up. That's like my toxic trait.
Unless it's to me.
Well, yeah, but like to a
Not to
man,
a
I'm like,
boy.
a, a man,
Ooh.
ah.
Oh, gross.
I would never. You can tell me how you feel all day long, and I'd be like, oh my God, like, I'm totally here for you. Like, let's work this out. But then they're like, how are you feeling? I'm like, fine.
I've never had a thought in my entire life,
I've
actually.
never
Thank you.
had a feeling in the entire world. Like,
No.
people have sent me the meme that's like, the next time I'm opening up is going to be my autopsy. And I'm like, that could not be more perfect for me. Like, that is my toxic trait. Is like, you can come to me with anything. I don't care if you like need me to help you bury a body. I don't care if you want to talk about trauma that happened to you 10 years ago. Like, I will be there for you. But like, if you're asking me to like talk about my feelings, it's like I all of
What
a sudden
feelings?
cannot speak English. I'm just like, I don't know. Do I have them? Where
No.
are they?
Find them.
Yeah. Okay. I
They're
think
not mine.
I lost them in the move
The move where?
somewhere. I don't
Earth?
know.
Here? Birth?
High school graduation.
Drama.
Trauma.
Drama. Oh my God.
Trauma.
What other we did have, like, kind of a plan, but it's gone now, just so you know. Um,
I just love them.
Jacob Elordi?
I love Jacob Elordi. I love all of these little like characters that really had Hidden Scars is one where like they had to like fight for it.
You love them.
I love them
You love
down
them
bad. I d- Raven and Clint, I love them down bad. Like
down
that
bad.
gets so bad. And it's so good. Like You Hate
What
Me by
was
Bethany Winters.
Slave? I've not read the second one in that. Did you ever read it?
I don't think so. I have it.
It's Step Brothers.
Step Brothers to me is like a little.
No. It has to be done really well,
Yeah, it has to be done really well.
and I
I
need
f-
them to have a reason that they hate each other. Because typically,
yes.
there's never, like, an actual they just hate each other, and I need there to be some
Chelsea did
jealousy.
it well.
Yeah, Head Above Water is a good one.
Chelsea
Absolutely.
did it well.
Chelsea
That's
did it well.
that's always going to be like she actually I feel like is the one that really got me into like I love Let's Do This by Lauren Lee, but that's kind of like I don't want to say it's a rom-com, but it's like very much like we hooked up once and now we keep hooking up and now we have feelings for each other and it's like very fun. There's comedy, there's like a little bit of drama, there's a little bit of fight, but like Chelsea was the one that was like every time I've read one of her books I'm like I don't know if this is going to have a happy ending and I kind of like that.
That's fair.
And every time I
That's
do I'm
fair.
like they're fighting like
Tooth
I
and
look
nail.
yeah, like I when I finish a book by her I feel like I have been to hell and back and it's like the best experience.
But that's also kind of like when I recommend you books, that's kind of the general vibe. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And
and
then I
like
sway.
sometimes, not often though.
But well,
You do like you like a feel good too. You like Saxon and Eden.
I did like them and I feel like that was so like my college experience was not living on campus. It was like commuting back and forth. So I did not have and it was like a college that was like fairly close to me. So like
Mhm.
I did not have the like typical college experience of like moving and meeting a lot of new people. Um So for me, like I feel like that's why I like the frat boy, the college books, and like the hockey romance that like take place in younger generations,
Mhm.
like college age. But like that's why I think that I like those because like I wish I could have had that experience with like men like that in college. So I just
Again,
like relive it.
representation of what
Yeah.
Gare wanted in college.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So
A
sad.
toxic little frat boy. Like Top Secret. Oh my God, I
Toxic
love
little fat boy.
a toxic little
I
frat
love
boy.
Toxic.
Oh
That's
my
the
God.
lobster shorts one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's lobster shorts. I love
I
that book.
love there's and I love this in like thrillers too, but like I love two people talking online that know each other in real life but don't know who they're talking to online. Stunning.
So fun fact about that. Um, that is a trope that if you were to ask me, be like, what tropes do you hate? I would give you that one, but then I would proceed to tell you like 6 books in that trope that are some of my favorite books, like Top Secret. So, like, do I actually hate it, or am I just an asshole?
I think that you hate it in theory, but then when
Okay,
it's done right, you're like, this is why I'm
this
picky
is
with
why I
this.
hate it any other time,
Yeah.
which is how I
Because
feel about Step Brothers too.
there was like one series I read that
Gosh,
I like when I like very early on got into romance, and I was like, this is not for me. Like it was like a sugar baby thing, which I was like kind of into because I feel like sugar babies and like any sort of like sex work is very interesting to me.
yeah,
Um, but then it was like a sugar baby that was also a furry. And I was not like, it was not said in the synopsis that this sugar baby was a furry. So like
yeah.
I was like, well, where did this come from? So that was like one that I was like,
Like,
okay, maybe I'm
had
not
you
gonna like it.
been gone into it like knowing this,
I wouldn't have gone into it.
fair. Not to yuck anyone's yum, but
Not to
fair.
yuck anyone's yum. Nope. Nope. We all like what we like.
Hmm.
I am just not I'm just not
Not
somebody who
there.
can relate to. I have to relate to at least like one of the characters, ideally.
Okay. No, that's fair. So
Yeah.
when I'm sitting here recommending Omega Verse books to you,
I have to get into it. I have to try it.
that's why, okay, backstory. That's why we think that the Max Walker Omega Verse will be your gateway drug
I think it's going to be. I think it's going
into
to be.
the Omega Verse pipeline because it's hockey.
Hmm.
And I
It's
don't know if
hockey.
it's I don't think it's shifters. I think it's just Omega Verse, like Alpha Omega.
I don't know the difference.
Okay, so you have like shifter books in the Omegaverse world where they turn into like a wolf, like they actually shift form for
Hmm.
like moons and things of that nature. And then you have like Omegaverse where they're just strictly like alpha, omega, beta, and they still have like ruts and heats, but they don't turn actually like change form.
Oh, okay.
So you
Okay.
have to, I feel like you also have to do like, you have to start pretty basic, or at least I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I loved Buffy when I was growing up. I loved Teen Wolf. I
I
loved the
love Teen.
Vampire Diaries. So like I can get into a sexy man turning into a werewolf or a vampire or whatever. But like I don't know how I would be reading it, which is why I just have to like dip my toe in the water and then see if I
Mhm.
submerge myself or not.
I think that you would like Mate Hub by Marie Renard.
You've been
I
telling me
feel
to read
like
that book for years.
I have since it came out. I feel like it's a good like starting point for shifters because it's very like minimal.
Hmm. Yeah,
But we need to buddy read the Max Walker book.
I would
I
love
feel
to.
like
I would love to.
we need to do that.
I
Okay,
am so
tell
obsessed.
me what's a good question that I feel like. Okay, what is on your queer romance TBR right now? And have
Okay.
I read it or have I told you about it or will I hate it?
You will probably not have them on your TBR because I feel like they're not. Um,
You've branched out. You've moved away from me.
I've
I'm so proud.
I've really wanted to read. This is crazy. This list
Tell
is
me.
like insane to me. So the Max Walker, which is called
Uh-huh.
Full Moon Face Off, for anybody who's
Okay.
listening who's like, maybe I want to read that. Um,
We can all buddy
Poetry
read
on
it.
Ice and Legend Next Door by Jesse H. Rain.
I love
Hockey,
poetry on ice.
hockey.
Hockey.
My Pucking Crush by Tori Chase.
Okay.
Ricochet by River Hale.
Okay.
Voices by Joey Parker.
What is that? I read that one.
I think it's like a dark hockey. That's what like my list is like basically like I was like
Okay.
I want like dark hockey romance. And
Okay.
then there is Alexandra St. Pierre.
Mhm.
There's like The Mortuary and the
I've
Mortician.
seen that everywhere.
And then there's a sequel by another author called Make Me, Alina something.
I started that one and stopped, but I
And
don't
that's an
remember why.
MMM,
Mhm.
which I'm also very interested in dipping my toes in because I don't think that I've really done MMM yet.
No, wrong. Didn't you do Robbie in your Tate and Logan read?
I only did Tate and Logan. So I like know who Robbie is, but I haven't read those books yet.
I'm so upset right now.
They're on my I have like a huge, I'm not even joking, there's probably at least 100. I went through my carts of all of the physical romance books that I have that I want to read.
How many was it?
It
Rough
is
estimate.
probably a good 100. I'll just show like it starts right here
Jesus Christ.
and it just these are all physical ones, by the way. So there's just like a lot on
I
there.
I love this.
But there's a ton of Ella Frank.
I do I need you to move that one up a little higher
Yeah. I'm also like a
in
mood reader. So like I and like ideally in a perfect world, I want my life to be balanced so that I can read a thriller and an romance at the same time. But as a mood reader, I'm like, what thriller do I read? What romance do I read? Because like right now, like having this conversation with you, I'm like, I could read Robbie's book. I could read a dark romance. I could read more like Jesse H. Rain. I could reread Chelsea book. I could reread Class Act.
you love Class Act. I love Class Act.
Class Act is actually the first one where I bought like a special edition copy of. And it's this like big hardcover with like illustrations in it. And I
Is
am
it the
obsessed.
pink one?
Yeah.
I have that one too.
Yeah. I think you sent me the link and you were like,
I
I
did
think you actually sent me the link and you were like, this is the special edition. It has illustrations in it. I was like,
get it.
sold.
Wait, back to Class Act. You told me earlier, sorry everyone, you missed this part of the conversation. Class Act was the first review you did that you got like hate on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I'm
Because
gonna
it's
see.
cheating?
No, because it was a high school.
Oh.
And I
See,
was like,
I
I just think that there's a lot of people right now with like cancel culture where I'm like, you have to get a grip. But like, so basically, here's my thing.
tell me.
I was
I'm
getting,
here.
I was worried about some of my posts like flopping or people like unfollowing me because like my account has been for 9 years all about thrillers. And then
Right.
I started posting like romance reads and I was like, I can do both because that's point. Like if you have a problem with romance and you're following me as a queer man who's reading books about murder, like that's your problem. If all of a sudden you have a problem with this. So I read Class Act, absolutely loved it. And I was like, I am posting about books with murder. And there are like which majority of thriller books have to deal with violence against women. And sometimes those women are in high school or college. And so I was like, you have no problem when I'm like, the blonde teenager gets butchered in high school and like here are all the suspects. And like everybody's like, oh my God, I can't wait to read this. But I post a book about two men who encounter a sexual relationship, and one of which is in high school. And this woman was like, "I can't believe you're posting this. Like, this is like basically like pedophilia." And she like really like went in on me. And I was like, if you would have read this book or at least asked me or read the synopsis, you would know that this high school student was held back. So he's actually 19 years old in his senior year of high school.
Right.
If this book would have been college, you would have had no problem with this. If I was like, this
Nobody would have
18-year-old
batted
guy in college starts sleeping with a professor, that would not have been an issue. But a 19-year-old that was still in high school apparently was like the problem. And I was just so like livid because I was like, there are so many ways that I could argue with this person, but like there's a limit on the characters in a comment. And like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it publicly. Like I'm gonna ream you out publicly. This is not gonna be like, hey, can we chat about this? Because some people like really love to police what everybody else reads. And I'm like, the bookish community has always been known to be like a safe, drama free corner of the internet. And now, like, it's like not. And I'm just like, this is getting crazy. Where like, you think you can tell me what to read or like call me out on things. And like, I get it. Like, there's a lot of bad content on the internet, and there can be in like the bookish community where things are problematic. This is not where you need to be fighting your fight.
Not this 19-year-old.
A 19-year-old sleeping with like a man
I
in his
think he's
40s.
I think he's like early 40s,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a very normal age gap.
She would not have liked me when I was 18 and 19 doing the same thing. And it wasn't just one. So, like, and guess whose decision that was? Mine. Nobody like took advantage of me.
I feel like that is a trope that gets a lot of heat. I love that. I'm not an age gap girly, but a student teacher, a student professor, a student teacher, like an 18-year-old,
Hmm.
I'm going to eat it up
Every time.
every
Every
time.
time. Every time. And I think the thing is too is that like I am approaching my 40s. I will not have any interactions with anybody younger than 30. That is just not my vibe. I've always been attracted to older men. Now that I am turning into an older man, I'm like I'm like my age range or older. So
Right.
like but I also like know that like when I was in high school and when I was in college that there were older men that I would have like wanted to have a romantic relationship with or sleep with.
So, like,
So
seeing
I'm
this play
living
out,
vicariously through that.
self inserting
Yes,
again. Did you read The Boy Who Loved Wicked?
I did.
I don't remember. I don't think you liked that one, did you?
I thought it was good. I liked it.
Okay.
Um it kind of I like yearning.
There is none in that.
So sometimes
There's
when it's
none.
like
Yeah.
insta love or like you make eye contact and then you're just like ankles behind your ears, like with that man, I'm like, okay, good for you. But like, I want a little yearning.
Give me more.
But I also read like The Boy Who Loved Wicked and then I read Bad Wrong Things. And I was like,
Oh, so it was Clint. It was just Clint.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like they were just like completely different for me. Cause like
Yeah.
CP Harris cannot do any wrong
No,
in my opinion.
we love you, Christine.
I love her.
Um, I know that this is a very short little episode because Gare has things to do. But I'm trying to
I
think
can
of
do until
anything
5:30 if
else.
you want to.
Can you? I'm having so
Yeah.
much fun. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What else? What is what is something you want to tell me about your M romance journey?
Um, oh my
Trying to
God.
think. I had only
I
okay.
wish I read Heated Rivalry sooner.
Did you read it after the show?
I read it right before the show.
Right before the show. Okay.
So
You still
I read I read Kip and Scott's book and then I read Heated Rivalry and then I watched the show and as I was watching the show I read the rest of them.
you read the rest of them. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay. Who was your favorite?
Who's my favorite? Scott Hunter.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can see it. It's because he's older.
It's not even I I self-inserting would have had no problem being Kip.
Just
You
accepting,
you want to
like,
order takeout and stay in this apartment,
absolutely.
and whenever I leave, I'm going to hang out with my friends, and you are not attached to my hip. I'll see you when I get home. Go to hockey
I'll
practice.
be right back.
I'll be reading a book by Chelsea when you get back. I'll teach us a few things.
And he looks like that
Yeah, bring home some movie theater popcorn butter,
from the hockey arena.
and I'll show you a few things.
Or I choose or. Um,
But I
I
love Scott Hunter. I loved him down
do you
bad.
like that he is a yearner at his core?
Um,
Because that man, like, he, in my humble opinion, he has like all consuming love.
yeah. I the fact that he's like so obsessed with Kip and he's like a little shy, but he's like this rugged, like hellion on skates on the rink, I think is so attractive and more realistic. Like I love that he's just like a teddy bear. But I also like I don't know, I just thought that his like journey with identity was like very interesting and like also like very realistic. And I think my problem is that like with Ilya and Shane, I loved Ilya and I loved Shane, but I was like, I want to be a Shane and I think that I'm a Shane, but like I have some of the toxic traits of Ilya. And so I was like, this is calling me out. And I also kind of was like, and I was also like kind of like in a situation at some point in my life where it was very much like what you are doing, your actions and what you are saying do not make sense, like Ilya. So I was like a little like re-traumatized with that.
Oh, PTSD.
I was like, get it together, Ilya. But also I love you.
Because you're a giant Russian sex god.
Oh my God. I was just like, ugh. And like I don't know, the show is so good and I'm like obsessed
She
with
was
it.
so good. I
And
just need, and we've talked about this biblically, I need so much Troy and Harris in the next
yeah.
season. Like I need, but I also need Troy to be the like hottest man I've ever seen.
Who's the one who's the tall redhead from the series?
It's not the look that I don't like. Is that the
Really?
one? Is that the result? I think it is. Yeah, that's the one I don't like. What's his name? He's with Fabian? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's who he ends up with. What's his name? I don't have a copy of that one. I can't look it up.
They're right on my shelf above my bed.
Who are they?
Um,
It's not a secret that they're not my favorite couple. So
oh yeah, we all have our own
ranking. Mine is Troy and
favorites,
Harris. Absolutely.
which was not mine, oddly
Which
enough.
I was surprised about because I thought you
I
would like
was
Troy.
too. I was too. I liked them. I just was like,
Meh.
good for them.
See, but I love Grumpy Sunshine.
Yeah. Ryan
Like
Price.
that. Yeah. He's fine.
There's a guy in that show Boots, that like that queer
What?
like Netflix show.
Okay, yes.
And I was like, oh my God, I want him to play Ryan Price so bad because he's like tall and like
Yes.
buff and redhead.
I saw that on
And
TikTok.
the thing that I liked about Ryan is like, this is like not really a spoiler. And if you consider it a spoiler, like get a grip.
The
But
series came
like,
out 10 years ago.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Somebody like told me that like I spoiled the ending of Gone Girl a few years ago. And I was like, that movie came out in
Okay.
2012. Like, but like Ryan Price, like the thing about him is that like he is like bigger and like bulky, but it's like all muscle because he's like the guy that you don't fuck with on the ice, right?
Right.
Then he gets his his beard trimmed down, and people are like, "Oh my god, he's not as big as we thought he was. He's actually, like, really handsome and, like, a little chiseled." And so somebody commented how they can't wait to see Ryan Price in the Heated Rivalry show, and I was like, "It has to be Max Parker that plays him." And
Is
people
that
were
the
like,
guy?
"Mac yeah, that's the actor." And, like,
Okay.
people were like, "Max Parker is not chubby." And I was like, "Neither is Ryan
Neither is
Price."
he. He's a
So,
NHL player.
like, give me a break. Like, I think they were thinking maybe, like, Harris.
Harris is see, but I love that. I saw a fan
So
casting for Harris, and the guy was, like, jacked, and I was like, "You're fucking kidding me? No! Give
I did
me my chubby little apple farmer."
yes. Who's also a ginger, I think.
I think so. He's, like, blondish. He's got, like, a little
Yeah,
blondish red beard.
yeah. I did a post of because there was, like, a thing where, like, people were like, "I wanna see Tyreek Withers in Heated Rivalry," which, like, I also wanna see him in anything, I love him. And so, like, I did a thing where I was like, "These are some actors I would, like, love to see," and they were like, "We need unknown actors, we need this, da, da." I was like, "Francois is not an unknown actor who has, like, no IMDb credits, like, he's been
No,
in, like, enough things, so, like, calm down." One of my
but
most
also
popular
nobody is
posts, but, like
asking me.
yeah, but, like, also, I'm like, I'm not the actual casting director. I'm
Nobody
not
wants to.
like I'm not like, "Oh, let's have Ben Affleck." Like, I'm having, like, people that are, like, not very well known, but, like, recognizable.
Right. Like, guys that are hot.
Yes, guys that are hot. The guys that I wanna see giving back shots off the ice.
Th the stipulations are there, guys. Like, the only
All I
casting
want
that
in
I
life.
truly care about is Troy and Harris, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I didn't really care about Shane and Neil yet. Like, I love them. They're great. I love the show. Their casting wasn't super important to me because I
I
knew that,
know.
like, it would be good either way. Like, I trusted it, but the Troy and Harris casting is very important to me
I don't know
personally.
who I did for Troy and Harris. I
I
had,
liked
like
it, I
I
think.
had ideas.
There's a guy
Troy?
on TikTok who's, like, campaigning to be Troy,
Oh,
and I'm
really?
like, "Yeah, I'll send him yours." I don't
Are
know
you
his
into it or
name.
not into it?
I am into it, actually.
My Troy so when I took my notes for Troy, it said he was 24 and not very tall and a brunette, and I picked Troy Gutierrez,
Oh, yeah.
because
Okay.
I
I
love
can get
him.
it.
I love him. And then Harris, I don't think I picked anybody because I think I was nervous because you told me not to screw it up.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't have anybody in mind for him. I'm hoping
I
that they'll
don't
just pull
even
somebody out of the woodwork.
that I could see. That I could see. Like, I also don't have any oh, Harris is also 20s. Hmm.
They're so young, all of them.
Isn't that crazy?
They're so young. Oh, because you do casting. I don't know if anybody's going to put this together. Gare does, like, on his Instagram, he does, like, fan casts. Go
Yes,
look.
that's my thing.
Okay, so what what book would you most want to see as a movie, and what would you most want to see as a TV show? Because they're very different formats. Like,
Yes. Okay, let me see
do
here.
TV show first.
TV show first. Him and Us by
For a
Serena
TV
Bowen and Elle
show?
Kennedy. Yeah,
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
explain.
That book has such a journey, and there's so many, like, I don't wanna say, like, a cliffhanger because that's more of, like, thriller, but, like, there's so many things that end with the chapters where, like, they're like, "Oh, you think you're gonna put this down now? Like, let's keep going." But between the 2 books, like, those characters have a pretty long journey. They also have a lot of room to, like, explore what their relationship is like after the 2nd book, and I just think that it would be, like, a really good series. Um Hidden Scars, I would like to see as a series, and my reasoning for that is they are in college, hockey,
Mhm.
and it's toxic. And if there's anything that I've learned, it's that Tell Me Lies About a Toxic Relationship is one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. It's probably my favorite show in the whole entire world. And the fact that they took those characters and they expanded the storylines and still, like, stuck to, like, the true, like, meat of the story, I feel like they could do that with Hidden Scars because there's so much going on in it.
And there are so many supporting characters that have, like, good plot points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I would love to see that.
I would
Um,
agree.
movie,
Movie. Oh,
Want You Still.
okay.
See Richie and
You
Marley Valentine.
think?
Yeah. Mhm. There's a pretty big plot twist in that book.
There is, yeah.
If you had it like a 2.5 hour movie, that plot twist and then that like dramatic screen going black and like some kind of musical sound before it picks back up is kind of like the
Oh,
equivalent of like the romance of Gone Girl.
okay. You said
So,
Gone Girl, and I was thinking about how it would be the equivalent of in the last Twilight movie. There's that like dream sequence instead, not dream, but like vision sequence.
mhm.
That's what a very adult choice. Mine was Twilight.
Twilight's
So
still adult.
you're right.
If you enjoy it as an adult, it can be adult. I would
Okay.
also love to see Dysfunctional by Isabel Lucero as a movie.
I think any like serial killer psychopath vibe
Yeah.
would be perfect. Like I think about the Mulvaneys a lot. I would love to see. Have you read that?
Yes.
No. Have you? I don't
Yes.
think did you? Okay.
The eight brothers, and they're all like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that would be a really good series.
That's only James, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
did
think
like
they
that
would be
one.
really good. Like an
That would
episode of
be,
Brother.
you could do a season of
You
Brother.
could do a season of Brother.
You could do a season of Brother.
And we could skip the last book because the ending really let me down.
I don't
I
remember
love
the
it.
I don't remember the last one. I loved that series, and like this could just be me because like sometimes I can be a picky little bitch, but like I was just like, okay, I think I've had enough of like serial killer because like I don't like the rich vigilante kind of serial
Okay,
killer
that's
or like
fair.
mafia kind of thing, and like
You
that's
don't
what it
like
kind of was
Mafia.
turning into for me. I will say, The Murder Between Us and The Grave Between Us by Tal Bauer.
Okay.
I would love to see that as a show. You haven't read those yet?
I know I'm so behind. I'm so behind. I'm
That
so
is
behind.
probably one of my favorite duologies in the entire world.
I
And
need to do it. I need to do it.
this is not a spoiler whatsoever, but like obviously we have heated rivalry with hockey romance, which is fantastic. But one thing that we don't really get a lot of, unless it's by Ryan Murphy, and so then it's trash halfway through,
Trash.
is queer thrillers, queer romantic thrillers, queer erotic thrillers. And this is perfect because it is literally two men who meet in Vegas, have a one night stand, and then are ripped apart because one of them is like called home basically to be like, you have to investigate this serial killer that has been dormant and is like now back and just murdered somebody. He goes to the crime scene and they're like, there's this profiler coming in, and the profiler is the
It's
man
the
that he had sex
guy.
with in Vegas. Yes.
Does that have a happy ending?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It takes a while. The second book is a little bit more thriller oriented
Okay.
because it has like a very terrifying like stalker serial killer, but like you
Oh,
just really are like, these men will do anything to protect one another, and I just think that their relationship is like so beautiful from start to like finish, and I absolutely love them so much, and I would love a third book by them, but I also know that like them being happy together is like all I need in life. But it's
that would
like
be a solid show.
my favorite duology in the entire world. I'm obsessed with them.
Okay. I'm gonna add that to my read next because I'm really in like a really smutty mood right now.
They really go at it.
But is it more story? I need like
Yeah, it's more story.
okay. My brain right now really can't focus on like heavy story like plotline.
You read Lauren Lee, right?
Yeah. I don't like Always. You like Always by her.
I did, like always. That had some trauma.
Um,
Um, did you read Rent, Paid in Full by Jesse H. Rain?
yes.
That was
I love that book.
that was smutty.
I love Jessie A. Train, and she has an Omegaverse out now. that I haven't
Really?
read yet,
I'm so behind
but
on
I need
everyone.
to. Oh, me too.
Um,
Jordan kind of keeps me up to date because I'm behind. Hi, Jordan. We love you. We're
what
sad you're
else
not
could be
here.
smutty? I want to read the new Rena Ken.
What?
I want to read the new Rena Ken.
Didn't hear what you said. Oh, is it Hunt the Villain? Is
Kiss
that
the
it? Is that
villain.
the new Kiss the Villain? I didn't like it.
I got the sprayed edges.
It's
Oh,
pretty.
somebody, I don't know. Somebody said, oh no, it's too much of a journey for you. Never mind. I was gonna say, you know what's really smutty and really
What?
good? Is the Alabaster Penitentiary series by Nyla K.
Oh, that's such a journey. That's too much of an
They're so
undertaking.
long. The first one has one of the best twists I've ever read. I was like, what is going on? This is amazing.
Really?
I loved
That's
it.
too many. My brain is like, we just need fast and hard right now.
I don't know. I don't know what I could recommend because I feel like most of my TBR is stuff that you've recommended to me.
That's true.
So I'm just kind of you could
Touche.
you could start. I don't know if Max Walker is really somebody I consider to be smutty.
You know. I've found that for like this kind of a mood, an Omegaverse is the best
Yeah,
typically, but you're not into that yet.
I might be.
When we read
I
this
never
Max Walker
know.
book, hi Max,
I never know.
I'll clip
I'm
you.
also very curious of Kriya.
Korea Reaton.
Yeah, I read the first one and I was like, this was pretty good, but I didn't like love it. But somebody read the second one and said that the second book and so forth are like fantastic.
See, I've never read anything by her. I will say though, I last week picked up my first Rebecca Wraith book. Obsessed. Obsessed. Okay, let me tell you about it really quick. Have you read it? Have you read anything by her?
No,
Okay, I'm gonna tell you really fast. So this one was pay attention to me.
fuck me.
Stop throwing things.
This?
No, that's Emily Ray.
Oh
Wrath.
fuck. Who'd you say?
Wrong. It's the wrong name. No,
Who?
okay.
Who did
So
you say? Rachel who?
Rebecca. Oh
Oh,
God.
I'm getting old.
It's fine. So okay, pay attention. So it's Rebecca Ray. I never read anything about her before, but she's really nice and like people always recommend her. So I was like, okay, let me do this. It is a like shy NFL football player. Okay, pause, go back. So it like starts off as a one night stand and they don't know each other's name and they're both like one is graduating college and one is just like there. And they have this one night stand and the guy that stumbled upon this party where this football player was, he wakes up the next morning, he's gone, and then like time jump like 6 years. One is a rock star, one is an NFL player, and the rock star like they've thought about each other this whole time, da da da, whatever. The rock star sees him on TV and like tracks him down, and it
It,
the storyline fantastic. It was great, but there was just enough like spice between story for it to. I read it in like a day and a half.
is it called Head in the Game?
No, but that's the same person.
I
No,
do have that one.
I think that one I just bought that one on Audible, actually. I think that one's a coach and a player. This one the second one comes out in, like, a week. Um, I don't remember. I think it's called Remember My Name. Yes, that's what it's
Okay.
called. It was it was so good.
I want
It was
to.
so good.
I want to read all of them now.
I love a rock star. A rock star
I
romance
don't
is
like a
like
rock star.
because there are no good one there are, but a rock star is really hard to do well.
Yeah, that's true. I do like an NFL player though. I also like. I
Oh,
want to read.
more baseball, less hockey.
I want to read. What is it? Frat around and find out. Devin
Yes,
McCormick.
Devin McCormick.
I want to read that series. And
I
I think
love
there's one
Devin
called like the
McCormick.
Peach State Bros.
Devin McCormick has a student teacher, like a high school student teacher.
Have I read it?
And you would, I, I didn't think about it until just now, but I don't think you have. But I think you would love it.
So many books. He also has one called The
The
Guy
cover's
Next
black.
Door, which is an MM romance.
I love
But
that
it's like
one.
thriller.
I
Good.
liked that one.
What was the teacher one called?
I don't remember.
You remember the cover?
It's black. There's one man on it. Maybe a little bit of yellow.
Trouble?
Yes,
Really?
I think. Turn your phone. Let me see.
Is this the man you saw?
Yep. Yellow, black, one man.
Oh my god. Okay. Add to want to read. Okay. Well, then we just picked out each other's next
Next
books.
books. Yeah, let's go.
Look at us.
I think it's 5:30. You have to go.
Yeah,
It's okay. Um, I think you should come back and hang out with us again.
I
Invite
would love
us.
to.
I mean me. And when Jordan comes back, Jordan.
Yeah,
Hi,
I would love
Jordan.
to. I would love to. Maybe I'll actually have some other MM romance recommendations.
You know what? This was fun. I think that this was a vibe.
I had a great time.
I have no outro. So that's kind of the problem with this whole podcast is we don't have an outro. It's just I'm glad you had fun.
I had the best time.
I had the best time. I hear Murphy.
Yeah, he's being an asshole. Let's tickle him.
Okay. Well,
All right.
thank you
Well, I
for
love
coming to
you.
join us. I
Thanks
love
for hanging out with
you.
me.
Thanks for hanging out with me. Have
I'll
fun at
DM you in
dinner.
like 30 seconds, probably.
Beautiful. Love you.
All right.
Bye.